Amigo, which month's Maya calendar? 5
Oh, thank you.
pesos.
Y hermosa para mí. Lo llevo no me quedo. A ver, gracias. Gracias. Me lo soy
Hasta ahora que estamos en el mar de Ready, guys? Please. Sí. Bueno, miren, the area that we're going to visit, this is where we are right now, principal access. And this is mainly the area that is open to the public. That is where we're going to see bits of that. Through the jungle tour, we get into here, and this is all the places we can visit on the jungle tour. That is far more. And even more, if the whole map is not here, the area is huge, no? Bueno. The Mexican government and the NASA, they made a project here when they mapped everything in this archaeological site with the NASA satellites. And right now we know the total extension of the archaeological site. What used to be one of the 5 most important cities during the classical. Remember, the classical period of pre-Columbian Mexico is from 400 years before Christ until 750 after Christ. The markers, let's say the cultural markers for that is going to be by the time the Zapotecs built the very first construction stage in the main temple in Monte Albán. By the time the Teotihuacans also built up the first stage of the big sun temple, the one you saw, see? And here in the Maya land is precisely one of the eldest agricultural settlements found in an area nearby Palenque. The society is another part of the area are basically white because well, bits of the importance of that specific city, Teotihuacan, that was sharing with the cities, even with this one, was a political organization. Why? In the history of humanity, there are just 5 places that develop the concept of a state. They are known as pristine societies. They didn't get any influence, but just per se developed the beginning or the foundations of what we know as the state. That means that they decided to split very specific sectors of the society. How? Which ones? Administrative, political, and religion. When every single society was able to split that, is considered the very foundation of the concept of a state. Just 5 cultures around the world were able to do that. Chinese, Babylon, Egyptians, the Teotihuacans, and a lost kingdom in Africa. A black kingdom that was used to be very, very powerful. Also, it was almost contemporary to the Babylonians and the Mesopotamians. Well, so they decided to divide that. No, they were able to divide the society like that. Teotihuacan was one of those here in Mexico. So that specific type of organization was shared to the rest of the cultures that were in touch with the Teotihuacans, including the Mayas. But the Mayas decided not to embrace every single influence that they received from the Teotihuacans. At the end, they were different cultures, different people. So here, mainly, the society remained theocratical, meaning that Theos, gods, Kratos, government, people, see, was more important than anyone. Right in the middle, between the Temple of the Skull and this one that is known as the Temple of the Red Queen. Okay, archaeologists. There was one of the most recent projects here in Palenque. It has less than 20 years that it has been found. Inside they found also another funerary chamber where they found the remains of a woman covered in cinnabar. Remember, the cinnabar is mercury oxide, but also she had a very huge and rich, how to say, not decoration, it was jewelry made of jade.
Will we ever see her again? She's disappearing into the pyramid.
Well, yeah.
No, I meant like as in to wait for people to come out.
Because that doesn't look creepy at all.
I hope it'll hold our weight.
Fuck, someone's gonna drop on my head.
But how far is
Look where she's going. Oh!
Sunglasses.
Oh, see what comes up there. Very hard to breathe in here.
It's good how they put the lights in here, eh?
Supposed to be, right now we have the evidence that something big is below those trees. The palace was very restrained. Not every single people was able to get into, just the royal families and very important guests. Okay? Let's get into the palace. Hello. Francita, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? This picture could be the place to guide, like an arch. Here you can see it there. There's a very specific width, a distance, rooms, some of the rooms inside the palace. Of course, this one has been destroyed, but imagine this one completely closed. And you can see two rooms. You see the holes, those 8 holes on that wall in front of us? Those are the hinges for the doors. Wooden planks that were tied by pieces of leather or cloth to close the access to this specific room. The dressing room is over there, the bedroom is here. See, they used to have this specific sedimentary stone planks. Sections that are closed right now, the importance of what is over there, and we don't want them to get ruined with unconscious tourists. See? But you can see here they have very specific situation with access. No? So after hundreds of years of jungle, they have started to filter and to dissolve the minerals of the Maya cement and also from the stones to create these things. In some places we're going to see them thicker, in other ones it's going to be almost non-existent. But this is mainly what is happening with nature, no? Nature and natural plants. You can see plants are growing in between the cracks, and also those ones are reflecting every for the years. You've been in Indonesia, and you've been in Thailand and all that stuff. So you can see here divided by squares. See? That's decorated all in the whole outside perimeter of that specific bed. No? So due to this and other ones we have found is when we can say all the situations I'm telling you. See? Right now it looks a bit concealed, but they used to have lots of torches. Here, these holes that you see over there, they used to be wooden trunks, let's say, in order to hang curtains, in order to start to divide different sections of the god associated with agriculture. Here, if you follow the shape, you're going to have here the nose, the eyes, the mouth, shoulder, elbow, hand of that anthropomorphical figure. And all these curves over here are going to be representing this is the squash, or the flower of pumpkin, the pumpkin flower. See, so with these traces plus the ones we saw at the outside, right now you can square. Once again, the ceiba tree, and some the structures on the right. See? But if you come over here, see, right now, I think we can pass through there. See, if you want to come. Well, this is still under debate. The local guides, the touristic guides, like to say that for sure, below all this section, even below this stairs, this section, was part of the old aqueduct that used to provide fresh water to the whole palace. Okay? And the people here tend to say that we have here the toilet. That aqueduct that was moving, every single minute was moving fresh water. Okay? Why is for men and not for women? Because when you are here like this, sorry, but you can aim, you can grab your winnie, and you can aim in that hole and there's no trouble, no? That's what the local guides say. And this one is for women. Exactly the same. The aqueduct, right now the aqueduct is not working because it's not raining a lot. There are bits of that old aqueduct that have been destroyed. No? But why do we know that this is for women and not for men? Because
It's wider.
when you're squatting here, there is a channel, and when the women are peeing, because they cannot aim, the channel is going to put the pee inside the toilet. Could be, but they are not open.
Oh,
It's
it's
mainly
all
to-
covered.
It's just mainly to release weight to the whole roof. Okay? This one here. Whenever you have a report, tell me and I can move faster. See, if you want to get in this step, we are going to see traces of the history of Palenque cloth, the arms. Part of the head is missing. We have a bit of a headdress over there. There is a bit of other figure over here. See, we have here a hand or a foot. See, it's also with loincloth. We have here comes important or the interesting part. Look at the way this eye is made. This one over here. That square corner is going to tell you that specific square corner and this specific type of eye is going to tell you about it. Once again, this one is image Pacal. We have him with his headdress, the loincloth, see? Beads of the original. You're going to see that the width of these corridors is not going to be very big. Due to the construction system, they cannot make wider, wider corridors.
How do they get the curtains and the poles all the way up there?
Pardon me?
How do they get the curtains and the poles all the way up there?
Ladders. By finding El Dorado, finding the lost treasure of Montezuma, the lost tomb of Tutankhamun, things like that. So in order to prove to their sponsors sometimes how they were investing their money, because of course they have to take it. It dissolves very easily with water.
So these are what? How many? They're 400.
What's the size down from that? Well, I think that's too small.
Probably the size of an A4 photo that we have up on the wall.
Yeah, but looking at the detail in it, you've got to be able to understand what's going on in the thing.
That one again to the sun, Bob? 300? And it's not broken.
I'll give you, ¿qué será? 20 minutes? Or even less? I don't know if you want to climb all of them. If not, as soon as all of you are together down here, we can try to go to another section. I just have to ask for permission to the local guard to see if it's open to the public. And I will show you the area where I was working in Palenque and also the... Okay? This?
What are you doing?
I'm waiting down here. When we go up, you can go up, of course.